Sara, and if you're new to embroidery, you may be wondering how you can transfer designs from your computer to your Destiny 2. And I'd like to share a couple of different ways that you can do that. First of all, you can use a USB thumb drive or direct connection straight from your machine to your computer. Let me show you what that looks like. The first transfer option I'll show you is how to directly connect from the laptop to the embroidery machine. There's a cord that comes with your machine. First, we're going to open up the file on the computer that has all of the embroidery designs. And then you can choose the one that you want to move. We're going to move this Destiny PES. Now what we're looking for here is removable disk I. That is how your computer will see that direct connection cable. I've left clicked on the file that I want to move and I'm clicking and holding while I arrow down, and you can see the file moving around on screen and it says copy to removable disk I. And then I'm going to release that left click and it drops it right into the machine for me. Now on the machine screen, I'm looking for the icon that has the direct connection image. So it's got a picture of my computer and that USB port. So I'm going to select that. And now I can see the design is right on my screen. I can open it up. And then I could set it into the embroidery field if that's what I wanted to do. So it's real easy to connect from your laptop directly to your machine to transfer files. Now, if you don't happen to have your computer and your sewing machine in the exact same room, you can also use what we call a USB drive. So it's a very similar process. I'm going to close out of these screens on my computer here. And once again, you would literally come into the file that has all of your embroidery designs stored, and we'll click on that. And then you can choose any design that you like. We'll do that same exact design again. This time I'm going to right click, and then I get a little drop down area where I can send to. And when I hover over send to, I get a whole lot of options. You can see here I've got that same removable disk I. You could do the exact same process this way to transfer directly to the machine. Or I'm going to use removable disk H, which happens to be that USB drive. So you can do both of these techniques both different ways, where you can drag and drop into the files on the side, or you can choose the send to option, whichever is easiest for you. Now before we take out the USB drive to plug it into the machine, we need to safely remove. I'm going to select this little white arrow at the bottom of my screen that says show hidden icons. And then I get the icon that looks like a USB drive with a green check mark. And when I hover over it, it says safely remove hardware. We're going to select that. Eject USB mass storage device H, which happens to be my USB drive. And now it tells me that it's okay, and I can pull out my USB stick to insert that into my Destiny. Now that the USB drive is in my machine, I'm going to go into embroidery and select the USB icon here to open up all of the files that are on that particular drive. And I can see here I've got several files and even a folder. Your Destiny can open folders. We can peek inside that folder. You can see which designs are in it. And then if you want to go back to the rest of the files on that drive, you just touch this folder with the arrow up, and it takes us right back to where we were. Now we can select the design that we're going to use and just set it right into the embroidery field. Now, if you aren't ready to stitch the design out, you can also save it right into the memory of your Destiny 2. We've got the memory icon right here. I'll touch that. And then I can choose where I want to save it. There are several different places. We're going to save it right into the machine, and it's saved. Now I can take out the USB stick and I can stitch this design out at a later date. I don't have to have that USB drive anymore. So if I go home, it's kind of the easiest way to clear the screen. I'll show you how we can find the design that we saved. We'll go back to embroidery, and now we're going to select the icon that has the picture of the sewing machine with the pocket. Think about it like this. When you're saving something in your pocket for later, this is basically what you've done in your machine as well. So we'll touch that machine with the pocket, and there is my design. I can touch it, set it to the embroidery field, and I'm ready to stitch. I'm sure you're going to love embroidering on your Destiny 2, and if you're looking for more ideas and inspiration, be sure to check out sewathomeclasses.com.